Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. For those of you guys who are new here, my name is Mon. Okay, I apologize for the harsh shadows. The only lighting situation I have in this room is the overhead lighting, so the shadows are going to be harsh. But yeah, if you saw the title of this video, I'm going to be explaining my 2024 planning system in this video. It definitely is bound to change. If something doesn't work, I probably will change it. But this is the system that I've been using currently and it's been working. So that's what I'm going to hopefully use for the rest of 2024. I guess I'll kind of just introduce these books that I have here. Starting with this one. This is the A6 Horizontal Muji Planner. This is what I'm going to be using as like my everyday notebook. So just to show you guys the inside of this. Okay, there's like a pocket at the front. I kind of just have my class schedule here. There's a yearly section, a monthly section, and a weekly section, as well as there's about like 20 blank grid pages. If you hear the airplane, I'm so sorry. There's also like a back portion, like a card holder thingy. I kind of just have like random cutouts and stuff in here. So for this book, I've been using this for like, okay, I've been using this particular book for the past week, but prior to this, I was using a free date, like a date-free schedule, which has the same layout, except it's date-free. I'm not gonna show that one here. I might put photos up. I do need to censor some of the stuff on it, but let me go into the current week. That is the current weekly. This system is kind of inspired by Rhiannon, or at least her old Hobonichi Weeks layout, kind of. So on the weekly section, I'm using this to like kind of like memory keep or like log my weeks. This is mostly because I have memory issues. I don't really talk about it. Maybe I have talked about it on this channel before, but I do have memory issues, and I used to log, like make daily logs on an A5 book, but the problem with that was that I was using the book only for logging the day. So after a while I kind of fell off of it because I didn't really have another purpose for the book. And I do write every single day, so I kind of do have a log of everything that happened each day, but this kind of like summarizes the day, which is a lot easier than having to read through like several pages of notes if I do make several pages of notes in a particular day. So that's what I'm using this site for. I've been doing this for like a month now and it works great, so I'm keeping up with that. And this site is a weekly to-do list. So at the top I have my habits, which kind of changes. This layout is also inspired by Rhiannon. Just, yeah, I mentioned that, right? Okay, anyways, just have the days of the week at the top, and then the first part is habits. So these are things I hope to do every day, or at least keep track of how often I do them per week. The rest of the page is left for to-do list items for the week. Even before using this system, I've make a lot of weekly to-do lists, or like weekly master to-dos, or a master to-do that lasts for several days. And like this kind of works because they do take a lot longer to work on a particular task. So I'm just going to use this particular one as an example. So if I've like kind of started working on a task but it's not done, I do like a slash. Then once it's done, I put an X and then cross off the remaining days, because once it's done I can't like continue working on it. So this kind of like marks the fact that it's done and I don't need to work on it anymore. And then for these, I put these 3 items onto the to-do list on Thursday itself. So I've crossed out the first 3 weeks because I couldn't 3 weeks. The first 3 days because I couldn't have done it on those days because it was only added to my to-do list on Thursday itself. And then if I take it out of my to-do list, I just cross it off completely. So that's the system that I've been using. In this book I can only show this page because that's the only one that I have here, but I've been using this for a month and it works great. So I'm gonna keep up with that. And this book, like I mentioned, has like 20 pages at the back. Oh, I should also mention that the calendars start December 2023 and end January 2025. And then as for the weeklies, it starts on November 27 and ends on February 2nd, 2025. So yeah. As for the back pages, I tried doing this last year and I did not keep up with it, so I'm trying again this year. But it's like a year in titles type of a thing. I saw this TikTok a year or so ago where they're like, treat your life like a TV show and give each day like an episode title. So I'm gonna attempt doing that in the back pages. And as for this, I kind of just have like random paper cutouts or like drawings. I was trying to mark birthdays. So that's what this is. That I can stick in the book, like this was one of the paper cutouts. Yeah. So that's this book. I might eventually show like a how this has been working type of a video, or like a flip through eventually. But yeah, that is this book. This is more of like my year-round planner. And then we move on to my bullet journal. This, I don't use my bullet journal every day. So the purpose of this is if I need an in-depth daily to-do list, this would be the book. So I made a daily to-do list like yesterday. So that's kind of, there's not much of a structure to this. I just use it if I need to. And like another page that I can probably show before I stopped using this book entirely. Here. Kind of just like daily to-do list for when I need it. And like because I have this for my weekly to-do list, I don't feel I need to use this as often. But I will keep one for 2024 for days when I do need a day-specific to-do list. But this one's my second pocket bullet journal of 2023. I'll probably start a new one. I'm like on the last few pages. Yeah, I'll start a new one for next year, but I haven't started it yet. So that's why I'm showing this. And then this is technically a commonplace book, or at least that's what I call it, but it's not really like traditional commonplacing. This also is very much inspired by Rhiannon. I should mention that the bullet journal, this idea was inspired by TheCoffeeMonsterzCO, the A6 bullet journal thing. Yeah, anyways. This book was very much inspired by Rhiannon. At least her tagging system is. I've been like writing, like diary writing type of, or like just, I write a lot. I like put my brain out onto paper a lot, and I've always been doing it. The only difference between then and now is that there is a sticker tagging system, which I will not open and show this because there are a lot of personal stuff in here. But I write a lot. I have a lot of thoughts in my brain and I kind of put them out into paper. So my most used color of dot system is thoughts. I do write other things, like I do like also have like actual copy like commonplace, which if you read an article or watch a video, you kind of copy down important things, or like can copy down an article if you want to. Like those types of like regular commonplacing, I also do that as well. But then there are other things like prompt journaling and a few other things. So that's in this book. This one is, I started this in like, you see how many pages I've used. I'm on like page 50 something, and like I started this in like October 23rd. Did I start it on October 23rd? Yeah, I started this on October 23rd. And I'm close to being done. I'll probably be done with this at the end of the year. Yeah, that's this book. This is something that I've reintroduced into my system, which I call it my everything book because it's essentially that. Anything that's not like to-do list planning or like writing my thoughts or whatever, it goes in here. So like notes for videos, any writing challenges, any plans or whatever, like those things go in here. I started this in October and like about a quarter way through. I guess one thing I could show is like this planning system video notes, like notes for this video, like what I could say for each book. The page that I'm covering, it has like ideas for goals for next year, of like things I could potentially work on next year, like stuff like that. That goes in here. This is like my no pressure book. I just write, plan, and stuff like that. That goes in here. And as for content or whatever, I typically use Notion. If anyone wants to like see a Notion tour, I do have a video of that. You can find it in the iCard. There's not much change into how I'm using my Notion for the next year. Maybe I might change out the layout of the main page. If I do eventually like fully change how I use my Notion, or like make a big change to how my Notion looks, maybe I'll do another Notion tour. But for the time being, it's pretty much the same. I mostly like plan content. I track finances, keep track of like planets that go in retrograde in my Notion. I have a lot of pages that I made back in like 2020, and I kind of keep them as like a sentimental thing. So there's that for Notion. But that's pretty much the planning system. I have all of them in this planner case. I got this from Muji as well. So it has like a inner pocket. I don't really put anything here because I kind of have this on my desk like this with all my books inside. I kind of just flip open and take stuff out, and if I do that, things just fall out. So I typically don't have anything here. There's this pencil case. These are things I these are the things that I use for these books. You can attach it to the pencil, to the case, but I don't. So everything that's inside here, everything I use. Okay, let's ignore that piece of paper. These are stickers. I don't use these two stickers that often, but I do sometimes use it. I don't really have any other place to put them, so they're in here. So these are the dot stickers that I use. Let me just show y'all. I do have bigger dots, but I don't use these ones. This is the color that I use the most, and next year I might not use this for my thoughts, simply because I'm running low on the stickers and I could not find another one. But if I find it, I'm probably gonna keep this. But yeah, these are all the colors that I use. I do have more dot stickers, but I don't use them. So yeah, if you want to know anything about like the dot system, I would highly recommend watching Rhiannon's videos because she does a good job explaining them. I don't. Yeah, and my system is pretty much inspired by her. Just implemented the dot stickers. I just implemented the dot stickers into whatever I've been doing so far. As for writing stuff, I have a ruler because I do draw in margins in this book, so I have that. This for stickers. I use this marker to draw the margins in the book, so I have this. As for pens, it's mostly just these three. The 0.5 pen. I mostly use this for the everything notebook, and the 0.38 black pen. Okay, hold on. The 0.38 black pen, I mostly use this for my planner, and then there's blue black pen. This is in the color blue black. I feel like I should mention that as well. The blue black pen that I mostly use for my commonplace book. We're gonna ignore this book. I'm not gonna talk about this. But yeah, I kind of just... Well, this is how I usually put them in. This fits A5 books, but I just have a lot of A6 books that I like to carry. So this kind of just fits a good amount of books. So I just pretty much carry this out whenever I go anywhere. If I go to class, I can just dump this entire thing into my bag. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this planning systems video. Yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I do have a couple other journal related videos on this channel. I might link them in the description box. I do also post different types of content. Yeah, you might find something on my channel that you like. If you do watch those. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I post new videos every Saturdays, 10 PM Singapore time. I am attempting to try and post twice a week in September. Twice a week in December. I don't know how that's gonna go. Don't have high hopes for that. But Saturdays, 10 PM Singapore time. If I do miss an upload, I did miss an upload last week, but yeah, I try not to miss uploads. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this video. Do check out that channel, watch other videos if you have not checked out this channel before, and yeah, hope to catch you on my next one. Bye!